Good evening. Outraged workers have taken to the streets after a Fair Work ruling slashed Sunday penalty rates for hospitality and retail workers. The unions are predicting a savage pay cut, with some workers set to lose about $6,000 a year.
But it's a welcome boost for small business, with some claiming it'll create more jobs.
A historic decision in the Fair Work Commission.
This commission is now in session.
Filters through to the streets of Brisbane.
They are cutting Sunday rates in all of them bar one.
Same work, less money.
Hands off penalty rates! Penalty rates have been fought for and they should not be cut.
The changes mean hospitality workers will see Sunday overtime rates drop from time and 3/4 to time and a half. Fast food workers will drop to time and a quarter, while retail workers on a Sunday will drop from double time to either time and a half for full-time, time and 3/4 for casuals. The unions estimate some will lose $6,000 a year.
The single largest pay cut since the Depression.
The unions say this ruling will bite especially hard here in Queensland, where a larger proportion of the workforce relies on tourism, hospitality and retail. They stopped traffic as they marched on the Commonwealth offices, among them Elaine, who's worked in retail for 20 years. $60 a week, I mean, what does that mean for you?
Well, it's definitely food, isn't it? It's the most important thing, but electricity's gone up, what hasn't?
But for small business, it's relief, especially for those who've previously closed on Sundays.
This is going to generate more money. It's going to allow them to create more jobs.
Restaurateur Will Waugh says it's not about taking from the workers to make the rich richer.
We're not buying our second BMW. I drive a Toyota Camry. We're paying bills, we're paying rent. We're putting food on the table.
The ultimate outcome, the net benefit, will be more hours for staff and longer trading hours for small businesses.
The Palaszczuk government disagree.
We believe that the Turnbull government can intervene, they can change the rules and they can do something before these take effect on 1 July.
Does anyone think it's going to stop there? No, this is a race to the bottom.
With angry protests, working overtime. Max Futcher, 7 News.
And political editor Mark Riley reports on whether there's any chance these pay cuts can be stopped.
Well, Sharon, they're due to start on July 1 and Labor will try to stop them when the Commission meets in March to consider their implementation. That's unlikely to work, though, so Bill Shorten's promising to bring in legislation that will effectively prevent the Fair Work Commission from making these sorts of rulings. He warns that this is the thin edge of the wedge and that other employers will use this ruling to try and extend penalty rate cuts into other industries. Now, the government flatly denies that, but one thing's very clear. This is shaping as a major battlefield for the next election.